now, napapasok na yung Hunyo, magsisimula na rin yung impeachment trial against kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Paano ito makakaapekto doon sa sinasabi nating gustong mangyari ng administration na pagbabago ng imahe?
Well, definitely. I think this is the reason why I think last Monday the president is already offering the hand to reconciliation. I am looking at it as the one way by which the president is telling us na sana wag nang matuloy yung impeachment. And I think itong kadahilanan nito ay dahil na rin or bunsod na rin doon sa magiging composition nung senator judges natin that will try the impeachment proceeding, kung saan maliwanag na merong sapat na numero ang ating ikalawang pangulo para sa isang potential or possible acquittal. At maring ito yung kumbaga ayaw mangyari ng ating pangulo, because it will further portray the government as weak, dahil maaring magkaroon ng pagkatalo dito sa nakaambang impeachment proceeding na ito.
Sa perception o perspektibo ng administrasyon, paano ba nila dapat tingnan, especially yung mga lumalabas na numero kay PBBM in terms of approval and trust ratings following nung mga recent decisions niya, yung mga decisions niya nung mga nakakaraang buwan?
Well, I think the surveys always are there to actually guide decision making. It's not there to be misconstrued as something that is just simply there to malign you or to complicate things or to criticize you. So kung ang ating administration, particularly ang ating pangulo, will only be open-minded to the realities, as perceived nitong ating mga surveys na to, na talagang nagre-reflect naman doon sa sentimiento, doon sa ibaba, I think the president will have to make the necessary adjustments. And true enough, ito nga yung isa sa adjustments na nakikita natin. He is starting off with his first family, with the cabinet, kasi ito yung meron siyang direktang control, di ba? It's within the purview of his power as enshrined in Section 16, Article 7 of the Constitution. Kaya niya itong baguhin. Although may structural and systemic problems pa rin tayo with the Congress. Particularly, may mga allegations tayo rito, laban sa Kongreso at lalong-lalo na sa liderato nito. Pero yun po ay hindi naman saklaw ng kapangyarihan ng ating Pangulo because of the separation of powers. So I think what the President is doing right now is essentially in line with the numbers that are being reflected on the ground and with the referendum as an outcome of the 2025 elections. So nag-aano siya, at the very least, at least nag-a-adjust siya doon sa mga pangyayari sa takbo ng sitwasyon natin ngayon.
At kasama dun sa adjustment na sinasabi mo, Prof, yung kanilang messaging perhaps? Kasi ang sinasabi ni Presidente doon sa kanyang pahayag nung nakaraan, tingin niya hindi nakakarating doon sa mga tao yung ginagawa niya. Ano bang mali doon sa messaging o yung pagmamarket ng gobyerno ng Malacanang?
Well, sa aking pananaw, kung meron naman talagang ginagawa, madali naman sigurong i-communicate ito. Mayroon silang kakayahan to be able to communicate it. I don't know if the effort is just enough for them to communicate, or maari na wala naman masyado talagang na-report or maire-report na ginagawa. So either way, looking at this. Pero yun nga, medyo hindi natin masyadong ramdam yung presensya ng mga programa, yung mga long-term initiatives na nakaumang or na-implement na, maaaring hindi na i-communicate or maaari rin naman na kulang doon sa pagkakaroon nito. Dahil nakafocus masyado itong administration natin sa, number one, pagbibigay ng ayuda, ng mga short-term solutions to the problems na alam naman natin, medyo hindi rin naman maganda na yung pagtingin dito ng ating mga kababayan, because this is not really a long-term solution to the existing problems of the country.